Well, first and foremost, the investment goal of the pension fund is financial security in retirement for our beneficiaries. That means we have to make sure that there's enough money in the till, so to speak, to make benefit payments for decades and decades into the future. We have beneficiaries in place now that will actually be receiving benefits for 50, 60 years from now. And so it's a very long-term oriented program. We have to make sure that we're addressing that. The investment group focuses on those objectives every day they come to work and our fiduciary responsibilities. And they need to focus on making sure that we're making the best possible investments, while at the same time keeping the volatility of the portfolio down as much as we possibly can in order to provide the returns on a risk-adjusted basis that really is required to make those benefit payments over that very, very long time period. The investment strategy we employ, first of all, it's very broadly diversified. And secondly, it has an equity orientation to it. The equity orientation is needed in order to achieve the returns that we require in order to make those benefit payments for decades into the future. It's also very broadly diversified, and that goes across several different dimensions. First would be being diversified across different asset classes, both public securities and private securities. Secondly, across geographies around the world. We invest all around the world. Thirdly, across a variety of different investment strategies. And then fourth, we have a broad exposure to different investment managers for each of those asset classes that we invest in. And so that builds us a very diversified portfolio, and one which has the sufficient returns to have a portfolio which will allow us to make those benefit payments for decades into the future. Well, for the last 3 and 5 years, the performance has been quite good. Over that time period, we particularly compare ourselves to a public markets benchmark. That benchmark is made up of global equities and U.S. fixed income. And we outperformed that by 3.5% over the last 3 years and a little over 3% over the last 5 years, compounded annually. Right? That means that we had a return over the last 3 years of a little over 12% and a little over 8% over the 5-year time period. So that performance is quite good. That's probably a little bit better than we would typically expect to be able to do relative to those benchmarks. So it's been a particularly good time in terms of performance for us. I would say the thing I'm most proud of is the investment group that we have here and their ability to basically work on the portfolio every day to achieve those objectives that we have for the overall portfolio, namely financial security and retirement for our beneficiaries. It's a very experienced team. They work very well together. It's a very collaborative environment. And we spend a lot of time working on and very hard work on the investment portfolio to make sure that we do the best we possibly can do for the beneficiaries of the plan.